Everything is hungry and thirsty, but I'm gonna run through it all right quick. I just harvested bunches of callaloo. This is what my herb planter's looking like right now. Cilantro here, opal basil here. Finally got one to pop. Actually, I got two to pop, but I'm just gonna take cuttings from this for anywhere else I want to grow it. There's a sprig of oregano that I pinched from, I won't tell you where, I just will tell you that at this stage in my relationship with Mother Nature, I think that there are some herbs, plants that humans would not have to pay for, should not have to pay for when caring for their own wellness. So, needless to say, and to be fair, I apparently struggle with growing oregano from seed. So, yeah, I took it upon myself to forage a sprig of oregano. I don't have Spider-Man with me, and the birds are kind of rambunctious. The grackles are raising children. Like the back fence back there. I know you hear all that. Oh, they're having a standoff with the bunny. It's a standoff. There's a bunny right there. And they're all the birds. So, as I was saying, these are, I had them on top of the grill. I took them down because it was storming the other night. And so there's a patio tomato that's going to have a lot of tomatoes on it to be in that pot right there. This is a microtom tomato that I intended to take to Mr.'s family after it starts fruiting. And these are my moringa trees that refused to come up this year. Refused. So, oh, is that something? That might be something. It's going on August, so it's kind of late in the season. I think maybe I'll try to prune it very early to get more branches and therefore more leaves. Who knows how that'll turn out. I'm okay. Either way, I'm okay with it. Peas. I have a pea on each end of the climbing this little trellis situation-ish. And then I have two onions on either side of the microtom tomato in the middle that's flowering, not fruited yet. Back there is my burgundy okra, and I'm not gonna go out there again until it's time for me to harvest something. My cucumber finally came to slay. There's my thick meaty patio tomato. Again, those are wonderful for containers. I've been very proud to share that with several people. There's a yellow pear tomato that I'm trying for the first time this year just because I wanted to try a colorful salsa, potentially. Maybe I won't. Two microtom tomatoes. You can see how big they can actually get. They can bush out quite full and will be full of fruit very soon. There's another, that was a volunteer microtom back there. Those are grackles raising their children in my yard, and I'm not here for it, so they need to watch their back. Anywho, don't be raising your kids in my yard, God. But quite honestly, they're not bothering me directly, so I'm gonna let them be great, as long as they don't do it over here. So yeah, there's another patio tomato. This is the patio that I intend to take to Mr.'s family once it starts fruiting. Wait, is that one? Yeah, this is the one I intend to take to his family once it starts fruiting. Yeah, because it had a more manageable pot. I'm gonna have a sturdy main stem and should be easy for them to harvest from. You can see that one is very extremely dry because the pot is so small. That's the reason why you don't want to put them in small. That's one of a couple of reasons why you don't want to put them in small pots, because there's no way you'll be able to keep up with the watering needed. I don't care if it rains every day. Well, maybe if it rains every day, but in general, you won't be able to keep up with the watering that's needed to have your best tomatoes in a pot that small. So here, 2 perpetual spinach. I have 2 collards back there that I'm gonna harvest the biggest leaves because I was gonna pull it all together once it got attacked. Oh, that's actually not a bad leaf. I mean, not that top one, but that's not a bad leaf there. I may actually use that for a wrap. And that one will be thrown away because it's too damaged for my liking. If I were homeless, that would be perfectly fine. If I were starving, I would certainly settle for this leaf. It is not a terrible looking leaf, but I got options. So, callaloo that I chopped down to the main stem. It's about 3 days later, and you have that at the top and a few side shoots. I'm gonna cut that down. Should I cut this all the way down? I think I will. Cut it all the way. And add that to this harvest. I need to repot this. This is a yellow pear tomato. I'm gonna go ahead and get spider red. This is called no, not Redina. This is a blush type of lettuce that is actually supposed to be red on the ends, but all it's really doing is what iceberg lettuce does when it's actually too hot for iceberg lettuce, because this is iceberg lettuce and it is not meant to be blushed on the edges, but it is blushed on the edges because it is too hot in general for its liking. But it's producing and it tastes good. That lettuce tastes fresh. And yeah. Meanwhile, I'm going to pull these. You can see how tall they are. They're good. The stalks are about 8 inches tall, so I'm going to go ahead and pull them before the leaves start to get bitter. And I'm going to replace these. And I'm gonna see what the weather's gonna be like, and maybe I might even put spinach in between there, since I'm not getting any red leaf lettuce popping up like I wanted to. This is a yellow pear that needs to be repotted. I'll do that as well right after I'm done with this video. There's my verbena. Those of you who are around will know why I'm not spending much time on that anymore. And it's not because I have a problem with it. And it's quite the opposite. I actually love that. It is it's my second favorite herb. But yeah, these are my snow peas. Another setup of snow peas on the outsides, out here and here. Onions inside here and here. Onions inside here and here, and between them is a microtom tomato, and behind all of that is another burgundy okra, which I don't have anything to say to until it starts producing okra. But again, I will be feeding everything and watering lettuce. So I'm going to put a couple of the red leaves where I want them to be. And then I'm going to put the other things like iceberg and buttercrunch. Opal basil that just popped up. You can't see it, so never mind. Planted oregano over here. Did not pop up. Hence my 5-finger oregano. Well, my 3-finger oregano. Because you only need 3 fingers to pinch off a good enough sprig. Over here, this is where, all these are callaloo. I also, on this bed this year, have 3 verbena. 3 okra, which are not doing much, just moving kind of slow. 2 peas, snow peas, also moving slow. So I'm gonna come also feed this as well. So that's about the size of it. Love y'all. Oh, also I have a patio tomato that's busting out of this little pot down here. Reaching like a motherfucker. I know y'all heard that. It's the birds trying me. Yeah, let me feed and water this stuff.